Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We now have issue 44 of the Hachette Partworks Battleship Bismarck. With issue 44 we get the Upper Mast Deck, conning tower and the ammunition hoist. So there's quite a bit to do this week in this issue, same as there was in the last one. So they are all the parts we get just there. Including a couple of little rails that have already been built. We've got the new anchor chains for the anchors, which I will put on. I might not do it in the video, I might just do it later, but you saw me do that in issue 1 or 2, really far back, early in the build. So we'll point the camera down at the table and we'll get started. I'm hoping the lighting's a little bit better because I've moved my daylight lamp right over into the corner rather than having it just behind the camera. So hopefully this is going to be better. So, upper mast deck, conning tower and ammunition hoist. Place the upper mast deck, which is this one, on your worktop surface. Take the decking, which is this one. I'll just move that down a little more. There we go, which is this one. And apply a little super glue to the main contact points on the underside. So the main contact points are going to be all 6 of these pegs, but more specifically, these 4 here. So, kind of the ones in the middle and the ones that are at the squarer end. So, dab of glue around there, dab of glue around there. I generally try and get it on the decking as well itself, because then it does create a little bit of a better bond. So, that's that. Then if we just pop that into there, push it down. Now it is quite a good fit anyway. It did take me after, banging it on the table to get it out, but now that glue's on, that's all sorted and glued in. Next we take the 2 sections of the conning tower, so that's these 2 pieces here. Yeah, that lighting is a lot better, isn't it, actually? So I'll leave that light there for now. So that's these 2 parts here. Check the fit and apply a little super glue to the pegs at the fixing points on 44.5 and then push them together. So you see the fit there is pretty good. So pop a dab of glue there, dab of glue there. And then making sure we get these the right way round. Push it together. So, should be 2 pegs pointing straight up and 4 pegs on that side there. So, that's that bit done. Next is check the fit of the assembly 44.4, 44.5 in the opening of the upper mast deck, noting the orientation shown. So, the side that's got the 2 longer pegs points straight down and into those 2 holes either side. So if you look on there, there's 2 really tiny holes there and there, and that's the way that the pegs fit in, so it should fit like that. I'm just going to make sure I've got it the right way round. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. There is 2 little holes on the side there which aren't on the other side, so by looking at this picture, the side that's got that little square nub on, that's the same side that those 2 holes should be on, so it should go in that way round. So the square nub's there and the 2 holes go there as well. So add a little super glue to the tabs on the lower edge of part of this and then glue onto the base. So a little glue onto these tabs. And then glue it in place like that. So that's that one all done. Now we're going to be doing a bit more photo etch now, so I'm just going to get all the parts off the sprue that I need for this bit and then I'll be straight back. Right, that's all done. Now before you do that, I'm just going to warn you, you need 2 pairs of tweezers, an awful lot of patience and some super glue activator, because that stuff is a godsend. So what you do is you get the big square part off the sprue, which does take a bit of cutting off. Then there's two smaller kind of like pedals. The smaller, thinner one of the two goes at the bottom, then the bigger one goes at the top. Those need gluing in place, and you've just got the two pegs kind of they're a bit kind of that shaped. They fit through the bottom, up and over, and onto the two hooks on there. So yeah, that's fiddly. That is really fiddly, that bit. But it's done. And the assembled ammunition hoist, which is that bit, can glue in place at the front of the upper mast deck as shown. So this now will get glued into that little slot just at the top there. So there is like a tiny, tiny little peg on the bottom of it as well. So I'll just pop a dab of glue on there. And then just pop that into position. Try the other way around. There are two shorter sides on this as well. That's better. There we go. So those kind of U-shaped parts, there's one side that's longer and one side that's shorter. And when you glue it on into there like that, the shorter sides need to go towards this peg, because otherwise it's not going to sit straight. But that's all now on and attached. So next we bring over the other sprue that we get with this issue. Now it's just the detailing for the upper mast deck. So cut the locker from the frame, check the fit on the port side of the conning tower, tab at the base of the locker fits into the slot in the decking, apply a little super glue to the peg and fix it in place. And then it's locker 3 at the front of that. So I will just check I've got the right two lockers here. So it's that way around. So if you hold it that way around, that's part 1, that's part 4, that's part 3, that's part 2. So what we need is 2, so that one at the bottom there and that one at the top there. So they are all numbered up as well though on the sprue, so it's a lot easier than some other builds where it's like, just cut this part off, cut part 3 off the sprue. And you're like, which one is part 3? I don't know, I can't tell. So part 2, which is this one here, just goes in the little slot just there towards the stern, and then the part 3 goes just forward of it. So we'll pop a dab of glue on there. Fit that into place. Now they are moulded so they fit round the conning tower there as well. So that's just make it a little bit easier. That one in there like that. So that's that one done. Then locker 4, which is that other one that's the same as 2 and 3, goes on the forward part on the other side. So that slots in there like that. It clicks in, there we go. So that's in there like that. And then part 1 goes straight behind part 4. So get that off the sprue. Get it filed down so that the edges are smooth. No little burrs or bumps on the plastic, there we go. Now this bit you need to glue so that it is that way round. So the kind of boxy part goes at the bottom. It does only fit in one way anyway, same as all the other parts, so it is quite simple to get it the right way around. If you do, what I would probably say to you, if you do feel like you might have glued it in upside down, any parts that you glue in wrong way around, upside down, whatever. Just with super glue, you have got a little bit of working time. Not much. If you put too much pressure on, that's it. It's kind of settled. But you do always have a little bit of time just to sort the parts out. There we go. So that's all glued in there, and that's this frame done. So now it's just taking the port railing, checking the fit around the port side of the upper mast deck, and using a few drops of super glue on the pegs at the bottom to fix it in place. So that's these two parts here, the two photo etch bits. Now these only will fit in one way round. It's just making sure that you get them in the right way. So what I'll do, I'll come in and glue these on, and I will show you what it looks like when that's all done. Right then, so once all the photo etch is attached, that's what it looks like. It looks good. I'm liking this a lot. So, like I say, I'm not going to show you putting the anchor rings on or anything like that in this build. It's just the same as when I did it for the other ones, to be honest. So, yeah, anyway, we will go on to issue 45 as soon as we get it, but that's it for issue 44. So like I said, that's issue 44 all done now. Issue 45 we haven't got yet. We're on the 17th of January today. This issue 45 should have been released on the 25th of December. Obviously Christmas Day, so it wasn't released. But what we will get with that is rangefinders, searchlights, railings, ladders and other accessories for the forward superstructure. So that's all the bits there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the video, I'm going to record the video now for issue 46, 47 and 48 because I've got all those parts just down here. I'll get those all done and sorted, and obviously you'll see those all before issue 45 potentially, and then when 45 does get, when I do get part 45, I'll record that and just put it straight up as soon as I get it. So that's everything. That's all the parts done for this week. You can see there it's all looking nice and good. I'm thinking that bit will go underneath there somewhere, something like that. Ah, yeah, it does. Actually, it does fit in like that. So that wire will go through there, through there, through there, through there, through there. And then that bit will attach somehow under there like that. So that'll probably go something like that. So it's starting to look quite big now, this. Tall as well, very tall. So yeah, please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness. And until next time, happy modelling, guys.